Balladus Orcanus.
Alrighty guys, welcome to the first episode of the To Be Continued podcast. So basically there's going to be a podcast we're going to start. So first of all we'll go with the cast. So if you want to all introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Jay, also known as Daffy Duck, also known by these guys as probably going to be Fluffy. So, anyway, that's me.
G'day guys, my name's Tom, aka Scumbag Static, because I'm a scumbag.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll stop on mute.
There's mute at the end there.
Yeah, that's me.
Tom's been on my channel before in some FIFA videos and stuff like that. So what we're going to do in this podcast, what do you reckon? It's just going to be chatting about normal stuff, just random
Yeah.
events and shit.
What's happening
pretty
in
much.
life?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mostly bitching about Battlefield and how shit it is.
Yeah, well, there will be a bit of gaming into it as we're all into gaming and stuff like that.
Yep.
But I suppose we can start off with Battlefield and Titanfall and all that. So who wants to lead off with that? Fluffy, you seem you had some idea about what was going on there.
Do you really want me to start?
Yeah.
Anyone who has an opinion can start. Oh,
Alright.
Here we go. He's got
Battlefield 4. Hang on, I've made a list.
Oh, okay.
No,
Here we go.
no, I'm not. I'm butthurt. I'm super butthurt.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really broken to the point where I think DICE cannot fix it. I had hopes, and I was like, oh yeah, this isn't too bad. Then they tried to fix problems with more
Oh,
problems.
wow.
All those updates.
And then I was like,
and
hang on a second, DICE don't really know what they're doing. And it just
they didn't
went
do it all.
downhill.
So you reckon?
And everyone was like, no, they'll pull it back, they'll pull it back. I was like, yeah, they might. And then, no, they can't. I really don't think they can.
Do you not have any hope from it?
Yes,
Or
they
do
do.
you not-
I,
do you not
I
reckon
really
they'll bring
don't.
it back?
Oh. Well, as you know, if you've been watching any of the videos, we all play sort of Battlefield and stuff like that, and we played Battlefield 3 comp at the end. Well, I didn't play too much, but these boys did, and
Yeah.
we're kind of excited about Battlefield 4. But it's kind of turned out shit.
It kind of bit us in the ass.
Yeah.
Oh, you mute. No, but seriously, today I was trying to land a jet just on like a little island, and I sunk
Yeah.
through the map.
Wow.
I was fine. Jumped out, put in my RPG for a run to Zoop because that's broken on the Xbox. So you got to pull your RPG out, get back in the jet, and fly off. I got back in the jet, and it started doing that stupid ass laggy rocky thing,
Oh, yeah.
and it was just like down, just straight down. Ugh.
Actually,
Try to
Mini,
take off and explode.
Mini's got one of the other blokes that we play with. He's got a clip in his upload studio. He's just watching a jet, and it's on. I think it's on Paracel or something like that, and it's just like the jet literally dips full under the water. It's
No,
lagging that
Hunt
bad.
Resort. Hunt Resort.
Hyman, was it?
Yeah, yeah. And
goes, like,
the whole
under the
jet goes
water.
underwater, like under the boat.
Comes back out, and Mini's just
Then he
sitting there
comes
going,
back up.
"What?"
He just stares at it, yeah. Oh, did you see any else? I think it was Tucker who had the one where there was literally a jet landed in the water, just driving around on the top of the water.
It's not broken at all. Don't worry about that shit.
It's no. Dice, ace job.
Do you think they're actually going to bring out private service for consoles?
I think eventually. I think it's another Battlefield 3 story.
Yeah, it'll come out eventually. But
Like,
the game will be
yeah.
dead by then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What it is dead.
Like, it's already dying with Titanfall's release.
Yeah, I don't see anyone on Battlefield anymore. Like, we jump on it for like 10 seconds and then we get bored of it and go back to Titanfall.
Until you see those tryhard well, I shouldn't say
No.
be so harsh as to say retards, but the tryhards
Yeah.
who are
Battlefield's
already
a,
like max level.
Battlefield's a good game to play and drink because, you know, there's always...
Like fuck around with, yeah.
Yeah, it's always fun things to do. But
Titanfall's
Titanfall, you got to be on your wits, you know. So it's
Yeah.
not really good for me to drink and play. But
You can't really go for
Do it.
clips or anything in Titanfall either. You can't just fuck
Yeah.
around. We were talking
Yeah.
about that last night, weren't we?
yeah,
it's not really a game to just boot up with your friends and go, C4 jeeping.
No.
yeah,
Or you just want to have fun and fuck around. It's kind of just a one objective game.
yeah. It's all
See
full
win.
on.
Yeah.
But comp, however, I think comp Titanfall will be awesome.
Ooh, yeah.
Get started up.
Yeah.
I think
Do you think there's gonna be a comp for Battlefield?
we have to sort of wait till Pro Servers, obviously. I don't know, do any of the ladders doing a diffuse comp before Pro Servers come out?
I highly doubt it.
I know Square One's on, and I don't know about Cybergamer because I'm not on there anymore. But
I doubt it.
yeah, I think you just sort of got to wait. I think everyone will wait till private servers because I think there was even that post on Square One, and it was just like, what do you want to do? And everyone come up with this 20 versus 20 fight night that's on the weekend coming up. So
Yeah. This weekend.
yeah, I think they're doing
really?
the live streaming of the picking of the teams tomorrow night actually
Ah,
on Twitch.
we're
But
going out this weekend.
oh right, so you might miss it. I think I'm going back to Melbourne on the weekend, so I'll probably miss it as well.
Oh, you're not at Melbourne at the moment.
No, I'm at home at the moment.
All
Just
right.
looking after Mum. She just got stitches taken out of her shoulder. She had surgery, so
Oh, nice.
yeah. All right, so you guys want a topic? First of all, I've picked a couple of things from the news going on about these days. So the first topic is a possible wreckage discovered off the coast of Perth that might be linked to the Malaysia Airlines crash.
Quite far off the coast of Perth as well. Have you got some pictures?
There's some pictures. I'm just looking at it now. It's
Yeah.
crazy far off. Like, there's been so many theories about what's happened to this thing. I don't think anyone knows what's up.
Alright, my theory. Are you ready?
All right.
Yeah. I'll find a good picture.
Illuminati.
Oh, that's well, you can't go against that theory. I mean,
No.
that's proof.
Or aliens.
X-Files, I've been watching that shit. That's what it is, it's a fucking X-File.
Yeah, by the look of this, it says there's two pieces of debris. One's 24 meters long, and the
Yeah.
other one's a bit smaller.
Yeah.
So it's amazing how many people, like how many countries and governments and shit are going out searching for this thing. It's ridiculous.
Isn't it, like, strange though how it's just disappeared off the face of the earth?
Yeah, like what the fuck? I don't see what the hell's up with that thing. I mean,
Yeah.
and everyone, like every single news thing's covering it too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's a big graph of what's going on with it. I might chuck it as a picture on what's going over when we say, but it's like literally got all these like flight paths of the jets. Where could it have been and shit?
Oh.
Oh yeah, have you seen the possible paths of where it would have gone? It's just like where it should have gone is straight, and then where they think it's gone is like literally like just Z shape. Like it was trying to serpentine from fucking clouds or something in the complete opposite direction of its destination. It's like,
Oh well.
we shouldn't be joking about it though. We actually feel deeply sorry for the people on that plane.
Yeah, it's a bit shit.
Check this link
Yeah.
out.
Alright, what is Mute showing us?
We can't really check. Yep.
I'll probably put it over the.
Oh yeah,
the thing.
because we can show the deals or the.
I like
You
it.
can always put it in
I
the
like
description.
I like what you're going with there.
Yeah.
Definitely put that over the video here. Bitch.
I'm not sure whether to shake my head or laugh.
It's quite a few on you today. Funny.
Is it too soon?
Yeah, it's way too soon.
It probably is, but it's still funny.
Considering we
we
haven't figured out what's happened with it yet, I think it's a little too soon.
There's one picture and like there's a guy took a photo and he's photoshopped the plane in the background and he's like, if this guy doesn't get out of his car park, I'm going to report it to the council.
What?
But he's just yeah. I have to find the photo. It looks pretty funny.
God.
Yeah.
I just can't believe how they've not been able to track it. Like they said they turned the tracking
Find
and stuff off, didn't they?
anything.
Yeah.
But like,
Well, supposedly they turned the tracking off, and then there was still communications after that. Like, so it wasn't a malfunction or something. But
yeah, they said it was
But
turned off voluntarily.
yeah.
If it has crashed, like you saw the picture of the path that they thought it took, any of it could have crashed along that path at all, and that was all ocean,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and it's pretty fucking deep out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And so it's, if you think about it, if it did go down, I can't really see them recovering anything.
No.
No, but something should be floating. Like there's luggage and all that.
There should
sort of
be.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it went down,
Surely it
we-
would have split apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be something.
Like how long has it been since the report?
Have a look. I'm not sure how long it's been.
12 days or something.
Yeah, it's
13
been a
days.
while. It's been a few weeks. A couple of weeks at least.
They found the Titanic, so they should be able to find it.
It's been March 8th, so yeah, 12
Considering
days.
the Titanic was a tiny bit bigger than the plane.
But they didn't have tracking on the Titanic, so
Yeah.
And there were survivors and stuff.
I'm literally just so surprised that the tracking being able to turn off is actually a thing. Like, why
An
would that
option.
be
Yeah,
a thing?
why would
Why-
that be an
yeah.
option?
why?
I don't get it.
Yeah. Who thought of that
Yeah.
one? Huh?
Yeah.
I know, right?
Like a Malaysia Airlines could work.
Yeah.
Could work.
It's just like having an option in Battlefield. Do you want your gun to shoot or not to shoot?
You mean like the network smoothing?
Oh.
Do you want- Do you want it to look nice or to be able to shoot at what you're shooting at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god.
Do you want to get shot through walls? Oh no, wait. Netcode will do that for you.
Yeah. That net
Hey,
code.
That netcode.
Netcode
It's
up.
so broken though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
And I tried like Ghost as well because like I don't know how big you got. 'Cause I think
Oh.
Fluffy, you were a bit of COD, and so was Tom. Maybe I don't know
Yeah,
about you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I came in late at Battlefield 3, so I was
Yeah.
COD for a bit.
But
First game was COD 4.
it was just so disappointing. Ghost was just bad.
Don't get me started on Ghosts.
Like, but Black Ops 2
The-
was so good to play, especially comp.
Ghost
worst
was as
thing
much as a
about
letdown
Ghost-
as Battlefield 4 was.
Well,
Really?
that's true.
I know. The worst thing about Ghost, though, I think, is the color palette. Definitely. Like, they can.
Yeah.
He could be standing in the middle of just like that fucking foresty map. You could be standing in
Yeah.
the middle, just like two trees, and you wouldn't be able to see him because
It's
the color
so-
palette he blends into the the air.
Yeah, like you can't. It's just like a thing of mud over the whole screen. Like you can't see anything. You can't distinguish
It's
what's
a
going
game
on.
of who can get to the camping spot first.
Yeah. All right, I want to go through all yours. I want to get your top 3 games of all time, and I want to see what comes out.
Oh,
All
wow.
time.
So
Sean
might
first.
take a little bit. Surely not first, right?
Tricky one. How are you gonna rate them?
I think just fun or longevity of how much you played. I'm not actually sure.
Yeah.
You can have your own rating system. I think I'll go first. So like my favorite was probably it's fucking going off in the background. It was probably Mario on the Nintendo because as a kid that was the main thing growing up. That and Tetris.
Yeah.
So like,
Tetris.
that was awesome. Second is probably
Mario.
I don't know. I had a lot of fun with GoldenEye and Perfect Dark on a 64, and I know you're sort of bringing that stuff back, Mew.
Yeah, I never left.
Yeah, you're still going with all the.
Did you see what I posted on the Cohesion page on Facebook?
No. Was it awesome?
Oh god, I'm so blind. Them. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay.
I'll try.
I'll check that out a bit later. And third, I don't know. Maybe even a Call of Duty. I had a lot of fun with Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. Mostly the Treyarch ones. Didn't really like the Infinity Wars ones as much. Anyone else got 3?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of a you kind of gamer type thing. I kind of
Yeah.
like the newer stuff, but I've got 2, and then I know Tom is not going to agree with me on one of them, and we're probably going to get in a screen match over it. But all right, Skyrim probably because of how much there was of it, and you could do so much in it.
Did you
Like,
play it
it's a good
on
game just to sit
console
there.
or PC?
A console, surprisingly,
God.
and I still had fun with it. I have
Nah,
played it on PC,
yeah,
and it's
I-
infinitely better.
I clocked it on console and I've came back to it on PC, and yeah, it's just never ending. Awesome.
Because you can keep it, yeah.
So good.
Second one probably this is in no order by the way, but
Yep.
Call of Duty 4,
Yep.
Modern Warfare 1. Oh my god, it was the game I first had like Xbox Live or any online experience
That
with.
was one of mine.
It was so good.
I never played
And-
COD 4. Still
I-
haven't.
wow.
Oh, dude.
Val,
Yeah. I gotta hire it.
that
or
M40 ACOG sniping.
something.
And here we go, Tom. I think you know what's happening. Modern Warfare 2.
Ooh, there we go. That was the first one I played. The first COD I played online. The first sort of online game I played.
Feels sick.
That intervention, though.
It was. I had fun with it, but I didn't like. I wasn't up to the YouTube stuff at that point, so I didn't know
I
that
liked
like
it.
Commando was OP and all that shit. I just played it
Yeah.
and was like stabbing
Yeah.
us
It
with
was
the
so
match.
good. You found the glitches where you could like literally shoot through a wall and the sniper bullet would go through the map to hit. Alright, confession time. I was a fucking one of those kids you see rolling around search and destroy, talking shit and doing trick shots.
Oh god.
Yeah.
The ones that
Oh
say,
god.
well, the one when there's one left, you just get them to line up so you can trick shot them off a roof.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I know your kind.
You're one of those kids.
No, was. I don't know, it's between that and Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3 at the end of its life cycle. Well, it's still going, but it's kind of dying out.
Yeah.
Imagine if it got released like it was when it, you know.
Oh my god,
At the
that
start.
game would
Yeah.
have gotten so much hype. But,
Yeah.
you know, DICE developed it.
Imagine if Battlefield 4 came out and there was nothing wrong with it. Like, wow. Oh my god, wow.
I think that's impossible. I don't think there's any game that can come out and there's nothing wrong with it.
Well, not nothing, but like as flawless as maybe Titanfall.
Titanfall had a pretty smooth release.
It did.
It's got really good hit detection and stuff on it too. It's not.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different with
Yeah.
like the amount you have to lead your shots and stuff compared to like a Battlefield or something, but it's
Yeah.
still the hit detection is good.
The one problem I have is sometimes it has trouble keeping up with that hit detection and you will die like later, so you'll be past the wall
Yeah.
and you thought you got like you're safe but you die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just the hit reg like lagging a bit and it's taking a bit to so oh yeah, you got shot enough, you're dead now.
All right, Tom, you got some games?
Yeah, I got some games. Alright, this is no particular order, but I think one of them would have to be Diablo 2 on PC.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
pretty good.
The amount of
yeah.
hours I spent on that is
Three?
ridiculous. Diablo 3, yeah.
I got 3 on
really do it for me.
PC. Wasn't good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New
On
DLC.
console
for
was
it.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
Diablo 2, the Lord of Destruction thing was amazing. That DLC.
Yeah.
It added like class specific items and all that shit. So good.
Another one was probably, as Daffy said before, or Fluffy, probably COD 4. That was
Yep.
like the first game I got on console.
Yep. Amen.
Grinded that out. Probably another one would be. Have you just played PlayStation much?
Yep.
I
Oh,
played
I
Ratchet
don't
and Clank a lot.
Oh,
Yes, I was
If
about to
you're
say
familiar
that's
with
the
that.
only game that I've played on PlayStation.
Dude, that was so good. It's so fun.
I remember just going over to the neighbour's house just because he had a PS2. Dude.
Oh, the
Or
memories.
Gran Turismo on the PS1.
Yeah.
God, I remember playing
Yeah.
Driver on a PlayStation.
Yeah, I still play that.
That was a fun game.
Which was the good one? Driver 2?
Driver, I reckon
I
the
think
first one was pretty good. Driver 2, you could actually get out of your vehicle, but the graphics weren't very nice.
All right, Mute.
it was
We need
alright.
some games.
So GoldenEye probably be up there, number one.
Yep.
With Perfect Dark, maybe-ish. And that's including all the mods for it now as well. So many mods.
Yeah.
Number two would probably be maybe Bad Company 2, I guess.
That
Played
was
that
a
a
good
lot.
game.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
good
That was
fun.
a really good game.
Still playing that as well.
PC, because you won't be able to get an Australian server.
Yeah,
Anywhere else.
PC. Yeah.
That's one of the
Uh,
good things about the whole PC thing. They're bringing back old games, and like
Yeah.
with all the mods and texture packs and shit, it's so good.
Oh, definitely. Makes them look so nice.
Yeah.
And just the exclusives as well. Just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
even mods, like DayZ. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
one of the best games I've played. It's so fun. It's because it's kind of my style game, which is why I'm
Yeah.
really wrapped for the Division later on in the year. Because I'm
Oh,
hoping
yeah.
that
So good.
kind of turns out the same like survival type thing. You got to like rummage through houses and hold people up to get shit. I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
kind of my thing.
Another one, Mute.
Third one. No, Skyrim's pretty good, I guess. Never ending, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got another one, just an overall that I think everyone liked, Mario Kart, because holy crap.
Oh, yeah, that game's just
Yeah.
timeless.
Oh, good old Mario Kart. I couldn't keep up with you, Mute. You knew all the bloody jumps and stuff. I couldn't do all the shortcuts.
Shane is twice as good as me,
Yeah, he said he was fucking good at it.
He's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, so what we're going to do in this podcast, we'll keep it like this. This is going to be our 4 hosts for pretty much most of it, and we'll get some guests as we go along when we do more episodes and stuff.
Yeah.
I think Shane will be a fun guest. That's Mute's housemate.
Oh
Yeah.
He'll definitely be an awesome guest.
Yeah.
yeah, and probably just like heaps of boys from our comp clan at the moment, or soon to be comp clan if it happens.
All right, so I got nothing. You guys heard about the whole Rolling Stones crap? What's going on with that?
Oh yeah. They just left today.
Ridiculous. They left today, did they?
Yeah.
What
And
happened?
break it down. What?
Okay, so they had an Australian tour planned
Yeah.
in all the major cities. They got to Perth, which I think was their first show. Was it Mute?
Yeah, and the day before they were going to play, they postponed it because, what's his name's missus died.
Mick Jagger's
Jagger.
missus died.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
shit.
She took a life, I think.
took her life, they reckon.
What?
Wow.
That shit I don't understand.
What? The whole suicide thing?
How
or-
someone like so high profile, like probably has one of the best lifestyles.
She was $6 million in debt, although
Oh,
I don't
okay,
don't
that's
think-
not a good lifestyle.
I don't think
Take
that's a
that
big
back.
thing though for like Mick Jagger
Yeah,
because he's
Mick
worth
Jagger.
like 50 million a year. Like, I don't
Yeah. You wouldn't think that'd be a massive thing.
know. No, but maybe it depends on what kind of debt it was.
Yeah.
Maybe it was bad
Yeah.
debt.
But yeah,
Yeah.
my mum and my dad and my sister are all going to the Brisbane show, so I don't know what they're going to do now.
Yeah.
'Cause,
But imagine the people who are like maybe following them and they had accommodation
Oh,
in
you'd
Perth.
be
Yeah.
shacked.
And you're here already, and you're hyped to see it like tomorrow, and it's like cancelled, and you're like, oh shit.
yeah, there's crazy stuff. Like they said, I'm reading the thing now. It said they were looking at just postponing it, but now I think they're looking at like obviously cancelling all the shows, and they're going to do it probably like later this year, like November or something like that.
Yeah.
So all tickets would carry over and all that, yeah.
They can carry over. I'm pretty sure you can get a refund though if you want, like
Yeah.
But
Yeah, otherwise that'd be pretty shit if you couldn't.
but still, like hotels won't give you a refund and
Yeah,
stuff.
like
as Mick
accommodation
said,
and
like-
that's just like...
Yeah, all that would have been
harsh.
sad.
I mean, like you obviously you can understand why it's happened. Like it's completely
Yeah.
fine. You can't blame them for doing it. But yeah, crazy stuff.
Hmm. Not good.
No, definitely not. All right, what is your most looking forward to game? I said that completely retarded.
Most looking forward to game.
Most anticipated
even
game
English?
for Xbox One. Go.
There you go. Alright, Tom, first, go.
I don't even know what's coming out yet, but
On the spot.
I'm really hoping GTA 5 on the next
you
gen.
think they're gonna carry it over?
I
Tom, I hate
really
you, and
hope
I'll
they
tell
do.
you why.
Division.
Because that game, well, to me, I got to like level 12, and I was like, yep, this is boring.
Because you're terrible. I'm level 200.
What?
What?
Actually, I think it's 170 or something, not quite 200.
Yeah, you're a fucking liar.
Still?
No, after
not-
this, we're going on Xbox 360, and you're gonna fucking show me up. You better show me up.
I don't
come
have
to
my
Melbourne and beat
360,
your ass.
but I will. You can get the GTA Online still on the website, and I'll show you there.
How did?
I didn't know that was a thing.
How hard did you play that game out?
Too hard. That's why I wanted
Too
on
hard.
Xbox One, because I miss that game so much.
I got bored of it, eh?
Yeah, I don't know.
So
like,
did I. I
Yeah.
couldn't play it.
it's good for the first bit, but then it's just all repetitive. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
when
just
you get
ended
a
up
good,
getting my
like,
car
bunch
and
of
ramming it
friends,
up
it's
to
good.
my fucking friends' asses.
It's
I
a
mean-
great game. Like, congratulations on all the money you made and shit like that.
Holy
but, like,
shit. How much was that?
Oh yeah, that was a record.
coins,
breaker.
That was huge, dude. And then like,
It was all-
they took a while to bring out. I suppose they brought out a couple of good DLCs and stuff like that. All
yeah,
those
for
beach
free as
things.
well.
Yeah, it's all free, which is good.
Yeah.
Did they end up bringing out the heist and stuff?
It's still coming out, I think.
Oh, okay. Like I can
They
see.
had him.
Sorry,
They
go.
had him at the start of the game, but they removed him when there was like heaps of server problems.
Yeah. People reckon they're going to bring it out or going to announce it and announce the release on Xbox One at the same time.
Yeah.
But that's just speculation.
You can see
Yeah.
how the game, like, if you got into like a server with everyone and a bunch of like 6 friends or something like that, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Mm,
You could mess around, but I don't know.
yeah.
Mute, got a game you're looking forward to?
Dying Light looks pretty good, actually. Zombie game. Yeah, definitely check
Yeah,
that
hang
one
on.
out.
Who made that? Is it
Uh,
Dead Island? Because it looks
yeah,
really Dead Islandy.
yeah, it is. The makers of Dead Island. And I didn't mind Dead Island. It was pretty.
The control scheme I didn't like. Did not
Yeah,
like that control
it was.
scheme at all.
It was okay.
Yeah, I agree with
It
you.
was,
It was okay.
it was good. It was good for hacking and slashing. But yeah,
It was good with friends. Other than that, it was meh.
yeah, yeah. True.
But
Yeah,
hopefully they up it up with the whole parkour aspect and like the
yeah.
day
It's
night.
awesome. It does, the parkour looks pretty cool.
See how many zombies there are, and how buff they get at fucking night.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. They
It's pretty
fucking
scary.
yeah. They chase you real
And
hard out there.
the darks look really dark too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's gonna be a bitch. Shut up, mute. Mute. No, it's not mute. That's Val. Val, shut up.
Alright, Fluffy, you got a game?
You already know what my game is.
Yeah, it is.
It's the same
I'm
as
with
yours because
you.
I got you onto it.
Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
Was
Like,
it?
okay,
Like-
so I'll explain it. I didn't have any idea what games are coming out and stuff. Like, I
Yeah.
knew of like, obviously like Thief and all the ones that are coming out and shit, but like I didn't sort of look into them.
Yeah.
And then Fluffy showed me The Division.
Oh yeah, the game was pretty good.
Now, motherfucker, that looks cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Does it get like a party of like, how many can you have?
I don't know. Not much has been released about the game, but
Yeah.
if it, I'll elaborate. If it's what everyone's thinking it's gonna be a fucking brilliant game.
And it's like you can go around like a world, and then you've got all the other people. It's sort of like a Skyrim world, isn't it? But it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're
And
cruising
you've
around
got
taking
your
towns and shit.
whole like group, and you kind of got to rummage. Pretty sure. I think there was a Reddit thread about like some leaked information. Not sure if it was completely, legit.
Yeah, you can't have to trust
But
it too much.
someone got word that at least 80% of the buildings on the map is enterable and has loot.
That's fucking
So
awesome.
you could go,
That's
you
cool.
can go into a house, and the people that live there could have been like fairly low class, and there'd be no food. There would be like
Is
shitty.
that
But
one?
then you could go into like the house next to it that looks the exact same, and there'd be like it'd be a cop's house, and you'd find guns and shit.
Yeah.
Like it was completely randomly generated.
Is that the one that was made by Ubisoft?
Yep. Nah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Tom Clancy
Yo.
developed.
Yeah, yeah, it is
Tom.
Ubisoft. I watched the launch thing for it when they were like launching
Yes, Ubisoft.
the Xbox One or whatever, and they were talking about it, and it did sound pretty cool. Like there's been a disease or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that looks so cool.
A disease is spread. We'll probably put a link. Val will probably put a link in the description to the trailer
Yep.
Yeah,
of it. But it's basically just they go into detail of how fast diseases can spread, and like
Yeah.
about how much money is passed around at Black Friday, and like disease gets on a note and then it spreads and spreads,
Yeah.
and eventually just closing down all like transport, the stocks, just pretty much everything just goes to shit. Oil dries up. It's just within like 5 days or something they say, and it's like then there's these like sleeper agents or just stuff like that. They all get activated to try and keep the peace, but it doesn't really work, and then they kind of get stuck, and you've got to, along with the pedestrians and just like normal civilians, you've got to rummage to survive.
Yeah.
And
It
by the
looks
looks of
awesome.
the gameplay, it looks like there's going to be a militia force along with the division side,
Yeah.
and I'm guessing you could choose which faction before you start your character up. But I'm hoping they kind of do a system where, I know Mute you won't like this, but when you die, you got your character resets, and you
Oh,
start
no.
again, kind of like a Daisy type thing. But
Yeah,
hardcore, yes.
I want it to be like super hardcore.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah.
part you're not going to agree with. Like 2 to 3 bullet will kill you. A leg shot will wound you, but like depending on where it hits in the chest,
Yeah.
it may kill you or you may bleed out. But it's like kind of like that. A headshot's obviously a death.
Death shot.
I think, but wouldn't that be a little bit different on console to PC?
Definitely, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
one
know.
thing they need to do, especially with Battlefield. They need to patch
Hang on, wait,
guns.
sorry, I got a phone call. I'll be back 2
Yeah,
seconds.
man. Yeah.
They need
Yeah.
to patch guns on Battlefield for PC and patch them for console, because obviously like you're way more accurate on PC, so they need to like
Yep.
make sure they patch it for PC and then patch it for Xbox
Yeah.
or PS3, PS4.
Yeah, definitely a little bit different over. It's sort of because you can't really close the gap there, or not easily at least, because
Yeah.
there's some differences.
Yeah.
All right, I got one thing. Sony has come out during the week with a
VR?
possible the virtual reality thing. What is up with that?
That's pretty cool. Looks okay. The specs are like 1080p, so it's good.
Yeah,
What else did I read about it?
it looks. I'm looking at it now. It looks like a 90-degree field of view, and it's like the dude's holding up like a little. It's hard to explain, like a little sort of tubey thing
Yeah,
with a little
goes
light
around.
above it.
Oculus Rift brought out the day later brought out their second development kit for their virtual reality. I don't know if you follow Oculus Rift.
No, not too much.
Yeah,
That
I
was
did.
like it's VR as well, and that's been out for quite a while now. Well, like the dev kits have been out for a while, and that looks pretty good.
Yeah, man, like it looks sleek and looks fucking awesome.
Yeah,
This technology's fucking crazy.
yeah, it's gonna be very cool when it comes out.
Yep.
Dude, I'm scared to see what it's going to be like in like another 20 years.
I know, right? Well, look, 20 years
It's gonna
back.
be
Where were we
mind-blowing.
20 years back?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like, what the hell?
90s.
Yeah. 90s, like a gigabyte of storage.
That's
It's huge.
scary. That is scary. The 90s were 20 years ago.
Yeah, that
But
is kind of
it's-
scary. 1994. What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, like
God damn.
it'd be good to see how it actually works. It'd probably be expensive as shit as soon as it comes out.
Oh, dude.
yeah.
Like,
What
it was
the
like
dev
5
kits at
years
the
after.
moment for Oculus Rift are only $300 or $350 for the new one.
That's not
Which
bad.
is, I would pay that for
Reasonable.
virtual reality. Yeah.
How did that Google Glasses thing go? Whatever it was it Google Glasses?
That's still
Yeah.
going.
Still
Still
going?
going.
Yeah.
Still going.
Apparently it's pretty good.
Yeah. I haven't sort of heard too much about that in a while. So I knew they were like beta testing it a while back, and I didn't know if they'd actually released it or not.
I think they have.
It's just, technology's awesome.
Yeah, technology
Yeah.
is.
What the hell? Ah. Alright. Alright, I have a new one here. In America, a transgender serial killer blames her alter ego, her male alter ego, she's a female. She blames her male alter ego for the prostitutes that she murdered.
What?
Okay, so I'll lay some backstory here. Okay, so she's 62, and
What?
she killed people in the 90s, like 1990 and stuff. She born a woman, but she went into surgery in Thailand to get. This is after the murders to get changed,
Not
like
Thailand.
to get changed into a man, I think, by the look of it, or maybe the other way around.
By the look of it.
I think she was born a man, but she's gone gender reversal to go to be a woman. And yeah, so obviously something's crazy sort of in her mind or whatever. But yeah, she said she's like on trial and stuff. She's like, okay, I don't know, I wasn't there then. I don't know what Doug did. Doug's her like other half. Her alter ego's like, I don't know what he did. I wasn't there. I don't know whether he did it or not. So what the hell?
What?
Dude.
So I don't know. Surely that's going to be like a pleading insanity type thing. I don't know where you could go from
Yeah.
that.
She'd probably get off being insane.
Yeah.
Honestly. That is nuts.
Oh, crazy, crazy stuff.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Any movies you guys are sort of looking forward to be coming out?
There's a Star Wars weekend coming up that I'm definitely gonna go watch.
What is it? What is it?
Ace Cinemas, like down the road, we're on Subiaco, got like a marathon for Star Wars. So I'm gonna go
Oh, they're
watch.
playing like all the movies.
Yeah, gonna go watch the original 3 movies, because I don't want to watch the prequels, because when I was younger I thought they were good when I was younger, but I know they were bad. But I want to keep that memory that they were good in my head, because if I go watch them now, I'll be like, yeah, that's pretty bad acting, or that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, gonna go watch those. But yeah, I watch a lot of movies. I got so many movies.
Is there
What do
any that
you-
are coming out this year that you're looking forward to?
I think there is. Pretty sure there is. I can't remember any off the top of my head, but
All right,
Yeah.
so I've got a few that are coming out. So Transformers 4 is coming out.
yeah,
I don't know how people are going to feel about that.
yeah,
It's sort of
It's turning
it's-
into a Call of Duty franchise.
yeah, like it's good for what it is, if you know what I mean. Like if you want to smash them up, sort of action film. Like I like the first couple. I haven't seen
Yeah.
the
Yeah, you
third
don't
one.
need 4
The-
of them.
they're
Yeah.
good to watch in the movie theaters because of all the special
Yeah.
effects and
Yeah.
sounds.
Yeah,
Like
that's it.
those movies I like watching at the theaters. Movies like I know that new Tom Hanks one with what's it called, about Disney or something. Or
Oh, is he like? Yeah, he's Walt Disney or whatever.
yeah, I don't know. Movies that are like dramas and like lots of talking and listening and stuff. I like to watch at home.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
can hear everything and get into it, sort of thing.
All right, 300, the second movie. Who's excited?
No.
Anyone? No,
No,
not a 300 person.
no, 300. The first 300 was good, but the second one looks so shit.
I don't know. Yeah, I think they're just
They
sort of
could've done
bringing in like Eva Green and all these other cast members and stuff just to try and build it up.
They could have made it so
Yeah.
much better.
Yeah. Captain America. I didn't see the first one. I don't know.
Oh, I'll wait for it to come out
Yeah.
on DVD.
Let's see what else is coming out.
On your mute.
The Lego Movie.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. It'd be awesome.
They're pretty pumped about that.
I probably won't pay to watch it at the movies. I'll probably just buy it on DVD.
Yeah. Hey, how do video stores still survive these days? Like Video Easy and that.
They're closing down, aren't
Honestly.
they? Like, sure.
Yeah, they gotta be.
They have to be. Because the amount of people that just like, their movies are just online everywhere to watch them.
Are
You can
they?
pay to watch them online. Yeah, you
Oh
can pay
yeah,
to watch
yeah.
them online.
Oh
You
yeah,
can
so I do.
Streaming and stuff.
pirate them as some people do.
Yes.
It's just, I don't know. I don't know how you can cope.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, there's a Video Easy near me, and I think it's obviously not. It's sort of coming on hard times because in the Video Easy now is a Baskin Robbins. So they've got
Yeah.
an ice cream store in there. So obviously they're getting rent from them or something just
Yeah.
to help pay rent for themselves or something.
Wow.
I don't know how it's gonna work. But interesting.
Nah. Unless they go like online or something. Even then.
I think some of them do, or
Yeah.
maybe ish. I don't know.
All right.
But even then, yeah, you're still paying.
Yeah.
Well, I
People
think
seem to avoid that.
Yeah.
I think we should bring in our first guest. What do you reckon?
Sure. Who's our first guest?
Our first guest will be
Goose?
it'll be Goose.
What a
When,
guess.
when he answers, he was looking for a call. I was like, yeah, I'll add him. Add him in. So on to the first podcast episode. Fluffy's obviously gone off and done whatever he wants to do. He's got a phone call and stuff. So bring in another guest, bounce some more stuff off.
Yep.
How's your channel going, Mute? Probably should link that in the description as well. You've got some stuff going on your YouTube channel as well.
Oh yeah, just videos here and there.
Yeah.
Nothing really in the works at the moment, really. Maybe. I want to do some DayZ stuff, but I don't know. DayZ doesn't support like AMD processors very well, so
Yeah.
my computer it runs it fine until I get to big cities, and then I drop frames a lot, so it kind of ruins the gameplay.
Yeah.
I'm quite annoyed about that. I'm thinking about maybe upgrading to Intel or something. I don't know.
Tom, you got a channel now, Tom, don't you? It's not too much on at the moment yet, though.
Yeah, I'm not really doing it. I want to get a new computer and that, and then set up a game capture get some more clips, then I'll start doing stuff a lot more than what I am. Because at the moment I'm just using the Xbox DVR, which is pretty average,
Yeah.
to
Not
say
the
the
greatest
least.
quality.
It's
Yeah.
not the
Oh.
greatest, but it works.
I got a new GPU the other day. It's got the new shadow play feature, which is like a recording feature that doesn't drop your frames like bugger all, like 5%, and it's
Alright.
pretty good. I get some pretty good quality videos off it. That's good.
That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Goose, you there?
I might try and use it soon, actually.
Hey, how we doing? What's going
Hey,
on?
Goose. Want to introduce yourself? You've been on my channel before, but still.
I'm Goose. I've been on Jay's channel before, and what else do you want me to say? I have. Well, first off, I should probably ask because I've been joined in late as a guest. Like, what's going on here? Like, what's the conversation about? How can I contribute?
A lot of
just,
really
just
stuff.
random chatterings about crap. Let's just thought we'd start off a podcast and see how it goes. Just random topics and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm Goose. It's in my gamer tag is LL the Goose. I was a member of the Horsemen. And involved in some of their media stuff they have on their YouTube channel, which is still up, by the way. Jay, you were talking about linking descriptions and stuff. I'll
Yep.
get you to chuck that up there. I'm now a member of Cohesion with these lads, into Battlefield 4 and Titanfall. I'm certainly a very competitive-minded player. We're hoping if we could get some competitive play for Battlefield 4, I'm probably going to start uploading every game that I play. But
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
that's a big if.
Yeah, we were talking about that before.
I've actually still got a hard drive full of old Battlefield 3 scrims and matches. It's certainly interesting to look back in retrospect too, because like you look back and go, and you think like, you see your mistakes back then and how you've improved on them and stuff. Like
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember, I was actually watching it from another player's point of view on the enemy team, and I was watching a round that I played where I played absolutely shockingly, and I can see why too. Like it was just all about bad positioning and learning from those mistakes. But as Jay was saying, when he did a Road to Commander series on his channel for Black Ops 2, I was there for every game, every episode. I was the Rager. Not a lot has changed.
Yeah.
Not a lot. I think I get worse sometimes, and I think I improve a little bit. But then it's a bit like a sliding scale. Sometimes I'm pretty good, and then sometimes just I get pissed off at the world and everything around me, and just want to murder kittens or something. I don't know.
Basically, Battlefield happens.
Yeah,
But no, but it was
Or-
Black Ops. But it wasn't just Battlefield at the time, because I was raging at Black Ops 2. So I can't really say it's. I can still blame Battlefield. It just doesn't make much sense if I do.
Must be something in the water.
That was a good
But yeah,
series.
no, I'm certainly very keen on seeing some form of if we can get some competition sort of going with Battlefield 4 or Titanfall or whatever sort of shooters out on the market, I'll probably be there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'll probably be uploading a lot more, depending on, like, I've just moved into a house where the internet's really slow and whatnot, so I've taken it, I've pretty much had to learn how to play Battlefield again. Just like playing on a new connection is like sleeping in a different bed sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then eventually I'll move again. Like Jay and I are actually looking for a place, and then eventually we're gonna probably gonna grab a place once he finds a job down, because I've moved from southern New South Wales to Victoria, so I've just got a job here, and once Jay finds something, we'll get set up and probably get the best internet money can buy. Am I right?
Yeah,
Fucking
sounds
aye.
good. That's Val J, by the way, not Fluffy J. There is
Yeah.
two of us. We're both J.
Yeah, I know. And then in Cohesion, there's a third Jay who's still on 360 playing Battlefield 3, and he's buff steak.
Buff steak.
Goose, you got your channel? What's on your channel these days? You just gotta wait until.
Pretty much my last upload was Battlefield 3. So
Yeah. It's been a while.
I did do a short, like, because my channel was pretty quiet, and I decided to get a bit of activity. The last series I did was when we played, hosted by ESGM. We did a 4v4 squad rush tournament. Mute and I were actually teammates. I'm pretty sure Mute, you and I played every game together except for about one.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was pretty much me, Mute, Lil Yudi, and Davey was a common appearance, and so was
Yeah.
Orchie. But I did a match of the week series where I just upload a round. No matter how well or bad, it was more often bad than it was well. But whether I uploaded one loss. Like it wasn't all about our team
Yeah.
smashing and winning. But I uploaded a few losses and stuff, and it was just about exposing. Like it was a raw round series where I just um, upload that just to give my point of view on the squad rush mode, which I miss dearly. I really
too.
want to go back to that. I honestly really want to get my 360 out and go back to Battlefield 3 because
Yep.
Battlefield 4 is, in terms of competitive, there's nothing going on at the moment. So
It's
I'd
definitely.
I'd like I'd like to see it diffuse something with diffuse as shit as a game mode as it is. And I don't particularly like it. I think it's pretty unbalanced, pretty broken. But I'd certainly love to see a competitive ladder come out of it just for the fact that it gives us something to do.
Yeah.
I'd certainly be happy to
Yeah.
build a strong team. Um, well, I don't want to say build a strong team because I don't want it to sound like it's all going to be revolving around me or anything. But certainly like to have a strong team that we can take a challenge to because we've come up against quite a few pretty strong teams lately in scrims and stuff. I think DCM. They had us on a couple of rounds there where they absolutely slaughtered us. So, we could probably look back on some footage from those scrims and whatnot and see how we can improve on the rounds they smashed us. I think we were pretty much trading rounds with those guys. Like we'd win a round, they'd win a round sort of thing. It was a pretty close competition. And same with Tartarus. But they've certainly got a few stronger vehicle players as well, but that's not to say that their Infi team isn't and their Diffuse team. Even though for the most part we've scrimmed them twice now I've been involved in 2 scrims with them and they've had a couple of fills, but a very strong
Alright, I'm
team.
back.
Fluffy, we found a guest.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
see,
did you find a guest or did you stumble upon us?
A little bit from column A, a little bit from column B.
How you doing,
Anyway,
Goosey?
yeah, good man. Anyway, as I was saying, I certainly think we were pretty on par with Tartarus as well, and how many times have we scrimmed flatline now? I've been involved in one.
Yeah, no, it was just that once and we gave up because, I don't want to say anything live, but
They're certainly a strong team to beat, and there's an old saying that winning is teaching, losing is learning. I certainly want to learn from our mistakes there and try and give next time we take them on, try and give them certainly a much more,
yeah,
a bit more of a challenge than we did. Certainly, yeah.
get that man an
It
Oscar.
certainly did.
That was beautifully said.
Spidey, an Oscar for speech. Certainly, speeches at the Oscars
well,
after
I'm
the
gonna-
awards are given out.
DiCaprio.
Well,
Actually,
I'm gonna make the rules for you, just
Can
for
you
you.
ju-
I'm gonna
can you
bend the
just-
rules.
Can you just make me an Oscar?
I will make you one.
I have a topic. I don't know how many of you guys go on Reddit or not. But on the
Okay.
front page of Reddit, I was just looking at. I present to you the possibly the dumbest person ever. Okay, that's
Yeah, I
that's the
saw
thing.
that.
I
Justin
haven't
Bieber
seen
one?
I'm
the last
intrigued.
the last time it's actually while I'm on the topic competitive. If you don't mind me interrupting for a little bit, Jay.
Yeah.
Val.
No,
I'm just
Goose,
used to
fuck
calling
off.
you. No, no, no. You're Fluffy. He's Jay in my eyes because I've known him for 3 years and he's always been known as Jay. So,
Wait, well,
some,
I'm gonna come to
some,
Melbourne soon, and we're gonna snuggle.
you and me, or wait, Jay and
Yeah,
Jay, or
me and
Jay
you.
and Goose. Okay.
Yeah.
Just so long
Fluffy
as
and
it
Goose.
doesn't become a three. Yeah, just long as it
Alright,
doesn't become a
just off.
three-way. Okay.
It gets
Actually,
too
no,
cramped.
no, Fluffy. Why are we still calling you Fluffy when you change your gamer tag to Daffy Duck?
No,
It's a duck.
I-
We're gonna play Duck Duck Goose.
He'll always be fluffy.
He will always
Nah,
be Fluffy.
I said at the intro, my name is
Anyway,
Daffy, but these cunts call me Fluffy.
because of an old gamer tag. But
Yep.
that's history now. Anyway, back to what I was going to try and squeeze in was Golden Boy, who's a massive shark caster. He's very well known in the COD and Halo communities and stuff. He put an AMA up on Reddit, and I replied to him. I'll see if I can find it. Hang on. Shit. Here we go.
Quality.
I replied. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, good.
I replied to him saying, as a fan of the Battlefield franchise, I personally love to see the competitive modes in the game grow. As a console gamer, the current situation stands that we have no options available in Battlefield 4 for LAN competitions and no private servers available for online modes. My question is, once we have this functionality, what would be the best way to expose our competitive scene, enticing more teams to join in? I guess this would also apply to Titanfall, as the game is also run on dedicated servers, yada 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 yada. Um, and his response, he actually responded and said the thing is you can build online. That's what COD did. So in Battlefield's case, we just need a unified way to compete. Right now, it's a bit all over the place with player counts and rules. So um, I guess anyone who ends up tuning into this podcast, um, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I thought I'd just throw that in there for the
Just that
competitive.
for that information.
But see,
For
what
that
COD had
information.
it took off last year, especially with League play. Like, it took off in Black Ops 2 with League play was
Certainly,
huge.
yeah, certainly. But you gotta remember there was UMG and MLG events before League Play and
Oh,
before
there is.
Black Ops 2. And the grasp of what the balls of what I took from what he was saying was, before COD grew into the point where it was a land event, it was all online competition. They grew it from nothing to make it basically to the top of the food chain. And what he's saying is we need to. His comment there was, right now it's a bit all over the place with player counts and rules. Like,
Yeah, we need to get some
he's
leverage.
well, no, not leverage. We just need to get some consistency. Like, sure, it's all fine and well to go out and have like a. See, I don't know how to work in Battlefield 4 because as a console player without servers, we haven't played any competitive conquest.
Yeah.
In Battlefield 3, it was on 360, we'd play an 8v8 um, as a minimum or a 12v12 conquest. Pretty much everything was available, like everything that was in the game
Yeah,
was.
it got really smooth at the end.
Yeah, it certainly did. But what he's saying is like you can have those one-off events and stuff. But the thing that, for what I've taken from his words, is the thing that made COD competitive so successful at the higher levels is they picked a player count, they picked the format, and they stuck to it. So we'll look at the examples of. Let's go back to probably Modern Warfare 3. Competitive modes were search has always been a competitive mode. Capture the flag has always been a competitive mode. Unfortunately, it's not in Ghost, but Blitz is for the best part of it, for the worst part of an argument, the same thing. And Domination, or with the difference in Black Ops 2, you had Hardpoint or King of the Hill. Like they stick to the modes that they know work, and they make them apply to a competitive level. And
Yeah.
that's a sort of consistency that Battlefield doesn't. That's something that Battlefield hasn't had on offer previously. Um, with the introduction of Diffuse and the reintroduction, apparently they're reintroducing Squad Rush in a DLC.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I do
The
fear,
last DLC.
probably, and I do fear also that it's only going to be applicable to the DLC it's launched with, like Air Superiority,
Oh.
only on China Rising. Um,
Although it might be good because that means they've actually worked on a map and made it just for Squad Rush.
that's true too, but
Yeah.
But-
You'd still like to see just like the
I'd like to see
domination
it.
or the
Yeah,
diffuse map of like Golmud Railway
yeah,
just
pretty
with
much. I,
Squad
I'm
TDM.
I'm pretty much no, not Squad Deathmatch, man. Squad Rush. So
Oh,
uh,
Squad Rush.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
four
I
v
see now, I see
four.
now.
Like yeah,
Oh,
it was honestly an
so
entertaining
good.
competitive mode.
Yeah.
But like that's the thing. It was generally three different game modes that separate COD, whereas Battlefield can only really offer one at a time.
Yeah. But what about
We
Titanfall though? Oh, last Titan standing, capture the flag. You got your TDM, your normal just TDM.
I wouldn't go TDM. I'd
Wouldn't
probably
you?
if I were to put a vote.
Pilot.
If
Oh
I
no.
No, if I were to put a vote, I'd say your three competitive modes for Titanfall, if they ever release a private server functionality, um, I'd probably go with Domination. Really, like,
Yeah,
same,
domination.
Hard point.
yeah, hardpoint domination, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
Same sort of deal with COD. Like, it's all about. I'm
Them
sure
flags.
it's all about them flags and stuff, but it's also like it grows into more than that when you reach a competitive level because you
Yeah.
start focusing on spawn points and map control and You know, if you
Yeah,
put
yeah.
players in the right spots, then all of a sudden you're controlling when the enemy team's spawning.
Yeah.
As you said last Titan standing, sure it's robot versus robot. You can go on foot, but it's essentially
But you've always got to
Titanfall.
have those people that are like specialized in that Titan area, like we do in Battlefield. Like we've got these people that aren't they're real shaky on infantry, but they could
Good on
fucking one
vehicles.
turn you up in the air.
Yeah, that's it. That's what made Battlefield competitive so different too in Conquest.
Exactly.
It's like
Because
you'd
there
have a
was so many different
designated.
types of players, and
Mm.
that's what made the team special. Like everyone was fighting over those different types of players to get just like the edge on the other team.
That's it. And some of the higher teams, especially here in our very small Australian community, they struggled to get their hands on some of those players, and so they always kind of missed out. But
Yeah.
but they might have, as a trade-off, like they might have more infantry focused, like strong infantry players, which made them more effective on the ground too. Like the example I can make is Trolls for Lols. They always had Ninja, Wally, and Ruello, who were like Ninja was always a pilot, but Ru could pilot and gun, and Wally was just a freak in the gunner seat. So they always had competent chopper teams, but they never had jet pilots that could stand up to the names of like Get Buck, Severed, Dreams, Silent Phantom, and all that,
Yeah, yeah.
who would always put it as kindly as I can
And
possibly
Jackie got
think.
in there at the end too, didn't he? Zimba.
Jackie was always a bit of a pub jet pilot, like he wasn't
Yeah.
very but
He's the one who kind of taught me.
Chris, and if you want, for SDK at the end there, they certainly held the skies in terms of jets. If you want is probably now, well, because he has, well, if you want is the number one jet pilot in Australia for Battlefield 4 at the moment
Yeah.
in
Stealth
terms
or
of,
both.
but he prefers stealth. He's actually he's actually picked up a wingman who's used to be a tanker in Battlefield 3, and that's Googs. Who's
Googs.
yeah, Googs is going to be. If we ever reach competitive conquest, I think Googs wants to be
He wants to be the attack. I guess so.
he wants attack jet. He
Oh.
wants to be the wingman for If You Want. Who's well, we call him If You Want, and he's changed his gamer tag. He's now known as Availment.
Availment.
That's it.
Anyway, what are the other modes in Titanfall? So you got
Oh yeah, sorry.
hard point.
Last night.
We just keep getting off track and shit, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
My thoughts would be I nearly called it Conquest. Domination. Last Titan Standing, because that would be Titanfall's equivalent mode to
Yeah, yeah.
Search. It's a very different game. Like you don't have objectives, so to speak. It's just a slaying role. But
Yeah,
six
yeah.
Titans on six Titans, it's all about how you
Yeah.
bait and how you control the map.
Yeah, especially that cover though, because you could be
Too much.
behind that cover peeking a building, or you can be that idiot that's standing in the way, like out in the middle, and just one shot with that that railgun. Your
Yeah, I
shields
was-
are gone, your damage, your health is kind of fucking a little bit gone, and then you just see this barrage of slaved warheads just coming for your Titan.
Yeah, the good thing about the Titans is, especially I can see it in comp, is you've got different roles. Like you could have a person at the back just sitting up, picking off people with a railgun, and then you could have people pushing up with slave warheads and
Yeah.
stuff. You've got different areas of it's going to be tactical, which is
Certainly with like electric smoke and nuclear ejection and stuff, you can certainly, even if you do get in too close, like you have counters.
yeah.
Yeah,
I've like tanking in Battlefield 3. I've found that smoke has provided you with a getaway much better than just fucking running.
Yeah, it definitely helps.
I used to spam smoke in tanks in Battlefield 3 because not only did it remove the spot that was over your head on your tank, but it also gave you cover as you moved away, especially if you come up against like a lav with sabot shells or whatever. Like it was
yeah,
certainly.
yeah, yeah.
So what's the third one? You got capture the flag. Your third one.
Capture the flag
Yeah,
is the
capture
third
the
one.
flag.
Definitely.
Oh,
Capture's a
yeah,
good game
Val.
mode.
Oh god.
Tom wants in too. Tom likes it.
Yeah, you get that team
Yeah.
together, and you could just roll on a team.
Yeah. Capture's good.
We remember last night we were just literally just recycling, just cycling and cycling and cycling through
Yeah.
those flags.
The one thing I found though is if you're playing Titanfall by yourself compared to COD or whatever, you can't really carry a team as much as COD.
No way.
Like in COD 6v6, you can still sort of, to an extent, like not always, but to an
Yeah.
extent, you can still whether it's with score streaks or whether it's capping flags, you can still sort of carry.
Well,
But-
even if you
Not always.
I wanted to inject slaying in there, but if you're on your own slaying, I don't I never play Black Ops 2 for streaks just because whenever I put high streaks on, I just it's kind of Murphy's Law sort of thing.
Yeah,
I'd put high streaks
didn't
on
work.
and I'd get nothing, but then I'd put like a UAV, a counter, and a Guardian, and I'd cycle through them 3 times without dying.
Yeah.
And so like I never cared for high streaks. I never cared for KD really. Like I had some fucking terrible games in Black Ops 2, and it was a bit frustrating, but like at the end of the day, like I just play for the win, and to an extent, like a lot of people, my gripe with COD was you'd see a lot of teammates and stuff. They'd just rush on flags and sit there and lie prone and wait to cap it and get shot off.
Yeah.
Like
You gotta defend yourself.
well, not only that, you got to control the area around the flag before you can even think about jumping on, and that's one thing that I'm actually going to put it out there. Like that's one thing I always try and keep. That's one thing I learned from Battlefield is like because you've got such a long cap time on your conquest flags and stuff, you really got to learn how to. You got to wipe out before you can start capping, obviously, because the cap area is so much larger too. You got to wipe anyone that's on the flag. You got to expect to know where they're coming from, and then you got to kill them off if they come back and try and defend the flag that they hold. Like, you can't just expect to walk in there and walk away unscathed, because at the end of the day, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this Reddit thing, I present to you possibly the dumbest person ever. All right.
Okay.
My name is Toby. I'm 33, and I've spent about $100,000 to achieve my perfect Justin Bieber look.
Oh.
Can you send a link in this chat, please?
Yeah.
This guy.
And then put
Mute's already
is there
seen it.
is there a photo
Yeah.
of this person?
Yeah, it's on the thing. It sort of does,
Please
but then
show
it
them.
sort of doesn't, and
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
pretty bad.
why
A
would you
young Justin Bieber.
spend $100,000? Oh, it's just beyond me.
He's
Like,
going for that double job.
it's
That
just
stunt double.
yeah. You'd want to be able to sing though. If
He
you
just-
can't sing, then there's no point.
He just really wants to get locked up in a Miami prison for driving under the influence of cocaine. Doesn't he?
The cop's gonna come up to see him, and he's like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
charge you with something just because you
Can
look
you
like
imagine if he actually got pulled over while Justin Bieber was in the can? He's like, hang on a second,
that. Do
you're
a double
supposed to be in
take.
jail. Come with me.
But yeah, it's just dumb. Like, what the hell?
Amazing what people
Yeah.
will do.
Yeah. Oh.
That's wow.
I'll give it to him. He doesn't look 33. I'll give it that to him.
But then again, he doesn't look 23.
No. And it's $100,000.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
He
bet
could have bought a really nice car. He could have
Oh my god.
paid the security deposit and the bond, or security deposit, and taken a pretty hefty charge out of a mortgage.
Yeah.
Instead, I want to look like
A
a
douchebag.
12-y. A 12-y.
What's up with his sideburns? It's like he's got a fucking bowl cut.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll just.
It's
It's
his
the
side-
Bieber
Bieber
look,
cut.
alright?
Oh yeah, I'll give him that. He doesn't
His-
look 33.
his-
He barely looks 21.
Yeah.
His sideburns have sideburns.
Yeah. Definitely. Alright, so we had a couple of topics before I want to get Goose's input on. First off was top 3 games of all time.
Ooh.
That's any console. You can think about that, but
And we'll go on
What-
to the next one.
yeah,
What do you
well,
think of that?
think about
Is
that
there-
while we ask the next one. The next one is most anticipated game coming out
Okay.
on that's on
Um,
like next gen consoles.
Okay. That's hard as well because I have 2 games I'm very keen to see released.
Check them out.
Go on.
One is The Division. One
Yes.
is Destiny.
Yeah,
And
we
both.
didn't bring up Destiny actually.
Destiny is
Yeah.
produced by, is it Bungie or 343?
Yeah,
One of the
Bungie.
old Bungie.
Bungie.
It's the first game that won't be exclusive to Xbox. It's going to be on PS4 and PC as well.
Yeah.
The first true next gen.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm pretty sure the plan for it is going to. I can't 100% remember like the crux of the game or anything, but I'm pretty sure it's not so much a
RPG, right?
Yeah, I think it's like a first-person MMO sort of. I don't
Yeah.
even. How does one even? But the division looks pretty sweet too.
Yeah,
Like that.
visual
I'm
looks
sure.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jay, you'd voted
Yeah,
that.
we had a
Fluffy,
Yeah.
you both.
we had a big rant about that.
Yeah, definitely a good one.
I think the only other game that you could say would that was in anticipation our launch is Titanfall.
Yeah.
That's as
Or no, I've heard a lot of rave about Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah,
yeah, but
maybe.
Has anyone in this Skype call got like any hype for that game at all?
I
I-
had it pre-ordered. I had it pre-ordered. I was thinking about it, but then it got to me that you had to pay to play.
Oh, really?
Is it
Yep.
one of those games?
Yep.
Yeah,
pay to
subscription.
win.
So I took it
Is
off pre-order.
It's just subscription-based game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Um,
That kind of
Because there's already some gameplay out, right, for PC
Yeah, the beta's
You
been
got
out
up
the
for.
on
beta.
the YouTube. Yeah, the beta test,
Yeah,
right?
I got that.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Anyway,
Honestly, didn't look great.
no. And to me, like to make it a massive like an MMO to a game that works so well in a single player, it's
Yeah.
gonna struggle to
Keep up with
hit
already
hit that
well-established
hit that
MMOs.
yeah, and it's gonna struggle to hit the same spot that it did when it was Oblivion, Skyrim.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jay, Val, back to your first question. Pretty much only 21. So the way I'm gonna answer this is I'm gonna divide it into three sections of my life. So three generations of consoles, because
Yep.
I've pretty much only been a console gamer. I've played a few games on PC, but like at internet cafes, I'll sit there and play like COD 2 and stuff. But never really been big in on that. Um, so the first generation that I had was the Nintendo 64, like a lot of people did. Um, there's a few. There's one game that I always went back to. Like don't get me wrong, I'm not discrediting the other games, which I'll give a special mention to anyway. It's just this game always had that replay value for me. There was always bits that I got stuck on, and I kept trying to push myself to do better on. And that was Donkey Kong 64. That was probably
Oh,
actually
yeah.
my honestly favorite game on 64. Obviously, special mention would have to go to GoldenEye. Everyone, everyone loves GoldenEye.
GoldenEye
Well,
was a good multiplayer one for 64.
yeah,
Definitely
GoldenEye,
fun.
and certainly, and like even me, my brother, and my dad would sit there, like on a rainy afternoon or something, and we go, like game for game, trying to beat each other's time on hard, on like Cradle and everything, and just like we just charge through it and stuff. It was always good fun doing that, and obviously, Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Every Everybody loves Mario Kart. I mean, even I'm yet to play with Jay, but I've played a couple of races with Mute
Yeah.
on an emulator. Certainly good fun just to get back into it, and it looks so much better. I mean, I was running it off a $500 laptop that I bought about uh 2.5 years ago.
Yeah. Not the
Not
greatest.
long after I moved into Wagga Wagga. Anyway, yeah. For my second generation, it was actually on the PlayStation 2 because I had a friend who had a PlayStation 2 at the time, and there was a lot of hype around at the time for PlayStation. Xbox hadn't been released just yet. Then it came out, and it was a huge thing, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna stick to PlayStation because I didn't really like, because I had pretty small hands at the time. Like, I didn't really like the massive fucking Xbox controller and shit.
Fluffy,
Yeah.
something up with your mic. Fluffy's
that?
mic's playing up a little bit.
Oh,
Oh.
That's just fluffy.
Yeah.
But yeah, my favorite game, which has actually made it onto the 360 slash PS3 generation, in sequels, it was a pretty sort of uncommon, unsort of known game, was probably actually a game called Red Faction 2. And
Uh,
that
A
game,
little bit of that.
that game for me was probably one of kind of where I started with FPS shooters. Like it was all, I didn't really have internet for a couple of years there, so I just play split screen with my brother and stuff. I'm sure there was a lot of like it was a lot of fun playing online, but I never really got the chance. Anyway, Actually, no. I want to say the first. I want to say Red Faction 1 and 2. If that's all right. Like just because they were both very enjoyable games for me. Special mentions. Again, I'm going to give special mentions to Need for Speed Underground 2. Like I love
Underground
that
is
game.
awesome.
Just I, re-
Fuck yeah.
I didn't really like the first one just because it was all like you're sitting in a menu, then you're gonna turn up at a race, and you'll go back to the menu, you'll customize your car in the menu. Whereas Underground 2 was sandbox, so you'd like drive to a mod shop and you'd like respray your car, or you put a turbo in it or something like that, and then you drive around. You can challenge other guys on the street and stuff. It was certainly much more enjoyable than the first one, but first one was still pretty good. Don't get me wrong. I just enjoyed the second one so much more. Anyway, another special mention would be to Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
I poured hours into this game after school and stuff. Just come home and I think I finished the story. I never got to 100%, but I finished the story. I mean, doing like when you get to pick A or B, like I do it all differently every time, and I think I finished it about 3 or 4 times. Um, Certainly a lot of good fun running around trying to even just do like side missions and stuff. Um,
Third gen.
Third gen was when I got on a 360. So I was playing PS2 up until I finished school, which was in 2010. I was living on a farm, a little farm, out in the middle of nowhere pretty much. And after that, I moved to Wagga Wagga to start a job as an apprentice, living with my nan for a bit. I used to walk to work. It was about a 20-minute walk. In between there was a Cashies. Went in there one day, and they had a TV for sale, so I bought that. And as I came in to pick up the TV and take it with me to my new place, which I ended up moving into, which was down the road from my work, someone brought an Xbox in that morning. And at the time, I was just watching movies and stuff on my laptop, on my old laptop, and all that. I was just getting a bit bored of that. So I went down the next day and I asked him if I put a $50 deposit on it. It was only it was pretty much brand new console, but it was only selling for $200. So I thought it was a pretty good bargain. Had a look at the games on the shelf. I picked up GTA 4 and a couple of other games. Anyway, I put it all on hold. It cost me $215 in total, and I got my 360. Anyway, one of the first turns out one of the dudes I was working with at the time, his name was Paulie. He and all his mates every night they get on 360 and they were all playing Black Ops 1 together. And
Such a
actually,
good game.
yeah, definitely, it was probably one of my favorite Call of Duty titles. Even though like 'cause it was a different console, different mechanics and everything, my stats still don't um look that great at all. Like if you judge a player on their stats, sort of thing. Like Um, but that was the game I had so much fun with. That's actually how I ended up meeting Jay through my mate Paulie. We used to um, start playing together, and like pretty much every night we'd be on Black Ops. And I found out not long after that he only lived around the corner, and started catching up. And uh, but yeah, that's the story behind my 360. Or favorite game from that generation. Ooh, that's a tough pick. 'Cause I got about. I'm going to pick one, and I'm going to give a special mention to about 4 or 5 more. I still have to pick that one. Um, just for the amount of hours that I poured into it, um, the amount of improvement I went through it. Like I was certainly a bit of just a pub scrub, and when I started playing it, and I think I've certainly improved a lot from where I was to where I am now. So my favorite game from that generation will be Battlefield 3. I I since I got Battlefield 4 and even since then getting the Xbox One and Battlefield 4 and whatnot, I've actually gone back for a few games with a couple of dudes who are still on the last gen. Um, I've now hit 2,000 hours on that game, which is huge over a two and a
Wow.
bit year period. that's 80 days out of 700 that I spent playing that game. I mean, I absolutely loved it. Like, I'd wake up in the morning, had a couple of hours before I had to go to work, so I'd probably jump on for a couple of games and then come home and keep playing it. On my days off, if I didn't want to do anything, I'd play Battlefield. Um, it's certainly a game I loved. Um, it was the first shooter that I'd really experienced that had so much more to offer than just,
Shooting.
yeah, pretty much. Like, before
So
that
much
I
more
was
to
playing
do.
before that I was playing a lot of COD, and to like I still don't mind COD. It's just a di after playing so much Battlefield, it's a different game to what I remember it to be. Um, that or everyone that plays it's just gotten remarkably better at it. And I've just stayed where I was. Um, but like on any given map, in any given mode, like you could pick four different classes that all had four very specific roles. You could play them all in very different ways. Um, you could do different things with them. Like if I got bored of running around as an engineer on vehicle maps, I'd switch to recon and I'd just sit. I pretty much like an example would be like on Cargo Island. I'd sit between B and C, just in the scaffolding in the construction buildings there, and put a beacon down somewhere, and um, I'd just pick at the flags around me. I never really focused on long range headshots unless I joined Orch. Um, and he region hopped to a Wake Island rush and went and laid out in the carrier. And we'd be out there popping heads at 1K. But like
Special
and then
mention.
um, oh yeah, just give me a sec. And then as I was saying, like there's four different, very different classes with very different roles and stuff. Then throw vehicles into the mix. Like if I got bored of going around on foot, I'd jump into a tank. Got bored of that, I'd go fly jets or something like. There's always something different to do. I mean, I would have loved to see a bit more out of not so much the game, but the people that were playing it. A lot of server owners and stuff in Battlefield 3, they just run your standard maps, your vanilla maps, and I got a bit bored of that. Like I loved quite a few of the DLC maps that they introduced, especially Aftermath and Armored Kill, and struggled to find games there just because no one wanted to play them. Anyway, yeah, special mentions. Obviously, Black Ops 1. Um, I pulled quite a few hours into that too, and certainly enjoyed it. Um, I have very fond memories of that game when that was when like my first experience, I guess, of like pub stacking and stuff, where six of us would just comfortably get into a lobby and just pretty much. Jay, what was our win streak on there? It wasn't huge, but at the time we thought it was pretty big.
On what?
Black Ops 1. It was like
I can't
38,
even remember.
38, 38 wins or something like that.
Yeah, not amazing. Just
Yeah. I mean, I've certainly seen bigger now, but like, it was pretty big for us at the time. We were pretty stoked.
yeah.
Um. Anyway, yeah. Another special mention would be Black Ops 2. At the beginning of the game, after playing so much Battlefield, I picked it up. On release, I got the hardened edition with the special little coins and stuff. Um. And I didn't like it. I don't know if it's because I played so much Battlefield and COD just felt a bit different to me after all that time. But I didn't like it to begin with. I thought there was certainly. I remember I said on the first night of release, LMGs are OP. People are still saying that today in Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
LMGs always have been OP. Like it it kind of felt like a bit Modern Warfare 2-ish in the fact that like everything everything was kind of OP, so it was balanced. Like everything was really strong, except for the obvious exception of like one or two weapons from each class or whatever. But anyway, when I split, when I split from Modern Warfare 3 to start playing Battlefield, started playing with a few other people, stopped talking to Jay a bit and caught up with him one day and he said, come play some League with me. I'm like, well, what's League play? And I think his words were something along the lines of, it's basically a simulation of competitive play, but works well, like it works for a pub sort of thing and it works really well in finding teams and stuff. So I started playing that. I actually started enjoying it because I'd encounter less like shotguns and LMGs and guys camping in corners and all the stuff that made me really dislike Black Ops 2. I started enjoying it more. After playing a bit of that, we went back to pubs after that, and I gave the game a bit more time. I certainly found that it was a much more enjoyable game than I first thought.
Yeah.
So that certainly gets a special mention. What are we on? We're on 360. Oh, I had two more. I can only remember one. Another one would be GTA 5. I love the story in that. Um, I'm not so huge on the multi. Like every time I've got on with mates and stuff, even like Jay, we always just run around in free mode. I get pretty bored very quickly. But I think that was certainly one of the most enjoyable single player games that I've played in the GTA series. Like 4 wasn't too bad. San Andreas I'd actually rate the campaign and the storyline in GTA 5 over San Andreas, and that's a big call.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a question for everyone. Do you think hacking is getting a lot worse nowadays?
I think
What do you class as hacking?
Okay, as in, I'm just reading an article saying it's just one facet of it saying hackers transformed the EA webpage into a phishing scheme. So basically, they had
Yeah, I can see that.
the web page, and it was just like you'd have to sign in with your Apple ID and password, and send it straight to them. It's just these days you hear a shitload more about it. Like,
Because there's more technology.
yeah,
As
More
technology
media.
goes forwards, there's going to be more hacking, more scamming. There's going to be
but
more ways to do
I
it.
certainly think the way they're trying to counter hacking is to publicize it, make it more known, which is
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
that's how they're trying to counter it. Whether or not it's going to be effective is a different story.
I
But
don't think it'll work.
I don't know either. Just means hackers might actually have to get a bit smarter than they're already pretty fucking smart people.
Well, there's that, but then there's also there's like all these people that are hacking and shit, and they're claiming it as well, so that they're like trying to get credit for it, like anonymous and all that. Like, granted, they only do stuff for their own causes and their own beliefs and shit, but like,
And they're not in it to steal money or
no,
anything
they're
like that.
just yeah. But like, there's people that try and sort of get famous over it, and like,
Well, wasn't one of the massive things um with Apple was they'd offer $1 million to anyone who could crack their operating systems because
um,
it was designed
Yeah,
to
I know they're offering
not
money.
not be cracked sort of thing.
yeah,
Anyway, I thought you meant like from a video game perspective as well. Like,
I just
I
mean in
cer
general.
I certainly know on PC and stuff, especially in Battlefield, there's a lot of hackers. Um, I've been accused of like back when the netcode was terrible and shit. I was accused of hacking because apparently someone shot an entire clip from an AK-5C into me and didn't die. I was just like, yeah, that's
That's
just
just Battlefield.
That ain't hacking.
that ain't hacking.
Daily
That's just Battlefield.
occurrences.
But like, I don't know. In a gaming sort of sense, I think it is getting a bit sort of stupid. Like,
Uh,
if only justification I could see in someone like downloading or installing hacks to play an online multiplayer game would be is if they're getting like for the best sense of the word, getting shit on and not enjoying it. So they want to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy a game, why play it?
Yeah.
I mean,
hmm.
it's all very fair and well of me to say that because sometimes I should probably eat my own words and I don't know how many times I've said I was going to snap my Battlefield disc now. I'm still considering it.
Oh, by the way, I think we've sort of lost Fluffy. His mic was playing up before and getting a bit of static, so I don't know what's up with him.
Bye,
Poor bastard.
Fluffy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
poor bastard. But I think that's probably a nice sort of place to end it. I think a nice
Oh,
sort of
I get it.
hour and a bit show.
I only come in halfway through, and I understand.
But for everyone to say their goodbyes, we can sort of end it here, and then
No, I'm going to stay here for a
look
little
at
bit longer
doing
and keep talking.
Okay, you do that.
Be very interesting to.
Hang on, let me just get into bed.
Okay, I'll serenade you while you sleep.
Thanks, Goose, for coming on, and thanks all the
So,
guys who are probably going to be hosts for this thing. So it could be a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure Fluffy will say goodbye if he could. I don't know what's up with him.
Oh,
But
I'll be back.
Tom's got a YouTube channel coming up. Link that in the description. Mute has his with a little bit of stuff on it. I think he's going to be doing. What are you going to be doing? Some more mods and stuff for PC and stuff.
I'll be doing heaps of random games that I'm gonna randomly buy and play and just upload videos of them.
Yeah. And then Goose
Yeah.
is. I don't know what Goose you're doing on yours. Whether you're.
I've been thinking about recording some Battlefield gameplays. I don't know. I might make like a. I might actually take a page out of your book, Jay, and start thinking about doing some like, just mini charges or something, just to get a bit of channel activity and get back into editing. Like as I said, I've just moved house. Like I don't have my cap card here with me at the moment, so it's kind of difficult. But when I can get set up and get all that going again, I'll certainly look at the ball rolling.
Xbox DVR for days.
Go die in a hole, Tom. Go die in a hole.
Yeah.
Alright, guys.
If that doesn't happen, then I'll probably just wait until I start getting into some competitive games again, and probably just upload raw rounds, like probably map for map, round for round.
Yep, that's cool. Alright, so I'll probably call it there. So everyone say goodbye,
Bye.
See ya.
and I'll guess I'll see you at the next one.